In today's video, I want to talk about live the life you love and love the life you live. But before I dive into the main topic, I just have a quick story that I want to tell you guys. Um, a story of two young men in their late 20s. We're just going to call them John and Peter. I'm going to have a little drawing right here of John and Peter, okay? John has hair. I'm just going to call that John. And we're going to call Peter, okay? And they are like in their late 20s. Let's just give them they are in 28, okay? Both men are childhood friends that they grew up together in same neighborhood and everything. These two men suffered a huge heartbreak in their 28, and they decide to actually, take care of themselves more. After the heartbreak, after, the relationship never worked, they decided to give themselves some time to actually work on themselves. Both men, John and Peter, start, lifting weights, start practicing skincare, start eating more healthy food, just taking care of their health and, looking more good for themselves. But, years pass, 2 years, these two men start seeing results. Peter and John start looking jacked. They look at the mirror, they're good. Everything is all good with Peter and John. It seems like for some reason, what they're actually looking forward to is finally coming to pass. But here's the downside. Both John and Peter, even though they started the same journey, they did the same thing, both John and Peter started this. Both men actually have different mindset of their reason, their cause of actually beginning this fitness journey. John, on the other hand, started his fitness journey, even though both of them actually went into a heartbreak, but both of them have a different mindset of why they're actually doing what they're doing. So John hit the gym with the main purpose of, I've been disrespected. I want to get more respect from people. I want to get more respect from people. I want people to see me. They should actually respect me. And how can I do that? I need to actually, start taking care of me. While Peter, on the other hand, even though Peter as well was disrespected, but his main reason for doing what he's doing is he wanted to get attention. Attention from girls, attention from society, just wanting to seek validation. But the main moral story, why I think it's connected to this, to today's topic, live the life you love and love the life you live, is both men did the same thing for 2 years. One did it because he wanted to actually earn respect from people, from society, from women, while the other actually did it to get validation, to actually seek attention. And for some reason, 2 years pass, these men start looking all jacked, looking good. Skin is actually glowing. Peter, on the other hand, start getting distracted by women, by society, the clubs, start actually doing things that he's not supposed to do. Forgetting that fitness itself is a life journey. Fitness has to be part of you. If you want to stay fit for the rest of your life, it has to be part of you. It's not a time frame whereby you're going to say, in the next 5 years, this is what I want to do. In the next 2 years, this is what I want to do. As much as it's going to get you there, if you don't practice consistency and discipline, or actually having fitness to be a lifestyle, oftentimes you're going to go back to square one. So Peter got start getting distracted, start staying up late, doing whatever. But John, with his main purpose, with his own mindset that, I want to get respect from anyone I'm dating, from anyone I'm, hanging out with. I want to earn respect. And you actually attract, instead of actually getting attention, John, on the other hand, attract all these people into his life by still staying consistent. He never skipped. Stay consistent. He was able to attract the right people in his life. He was able to earn respect. So the moral lesson of this story is whatever you do in life, both men and women, and I'm going to tell you this, even though for women as well, have you ever been in a relationship whereby you sacrifice, you sacrifice, you give up everything for a man? At the end of the day, you got cheated on, you probably get abused, your man never respected you. Because I believe both men and women, we should all respect one another. There's no man, I've said it before, men are supposed to be leaders and while women follow. But the fact that men are leaders shouldn't mean, you're going to disrespect any woman. We got to actually keep that understanding that respect is everything. We got to respect one another, even in relationship. So for women as well, you go through all of this as well. But the main thing I just want to derive from this story is like whatever you do, you want to do it for yourself. Instead of you doing it to actually get attention or any validation, that is why we're just going to go right into today's topic based on the story that I've said over here. This one did it for himself to attract. This one Peter did it for himself to actually get attention, and he got distracted from his purpose. So live the life you love the life you live, guys. And I'm just going to say, number one thing, whatever you want to do in life, you want to do it for yourself. Both men and women, you want to do it for yourself. I've said it before, we are all connected. Even though you're doing it for yourself, in the first, it's funny how the universe actually works. When you start doing something for yourself, maybe people are going to laugh at you. Maybe people are going to mock you. But keep in mind, if you're doing it for yourself, you have a reason why you're doing it for yourself. There are other people who are actually going to connect with you. I believe every one of us has a tribe. I have people who can actually understand or relate to us. So whatever you do, once you do it for yourself, you are going to actually, you might not see people who is going to like you at first. People might actually, maybe kind of like mock you or laugh at you, but you are going to actually see people. If you keep showing up, you are going to see people who are going to actually like you for who you are. So you always, very, very important, whatever you do, you want to do it for yourself. You want to be looking at that guy or that woman in the mirror saying, is this standard that I'm setting, is he of value to me? Is he the same kind of person that I want to be? Number two, and this one is actually going to sound crazy. And this is going to be like your 9 to 5. I don't know if anyone is still working in 9 to 5. I'm still working in 9 to 5 as well. Me personally, based on how I grew up, I never actually enjoy reading books. I'd rather listen to a podcast, listen to music, and reading books have never been my own hobby. I don't like it. So I've always known from a young age, from like 14, I've been using two hands to work, and whatever I do, I've always put in my 100% in everything. I'm not putting in my 100% so my boss or my manager could like me more. I'm putting in my 100% because at the end of the day, your habits, what you do daily becomes who you are. And this is going to actually, contradict what many people are actually saying, whereby they say you're 9 to 5, your boss don't give a fuck about you, your manager don't give a fuck about you, could do this, that. I don't want to go into details that way, but I just want to say whatever you do, make sure you do it because you love it. I've always worked 100%. Whatever I do, I want to do it because I love it, not because money is involved, of course, but not actually doing it for the main purpose of, I want to actually get money. Because money, I believe, are numbers, and numbers never end. Once you do something because of what you're going to get in the result, not because you love it, that is how many people, if some of them are even getting thousands of dollars, but still they are not happy with the life that they live. Me on the other, I'm probably not making enough money that I should, but the fact that whatever, I didn't go to school, whatever kind of profession I want to do, maybe construction, maybe kitchen, anything, plumbing, I've always been like, whatever I want to, just tell me how to do it, I am going to get it done. That is the kind of man that I am. So whatever you do, and I've actually faced like a lot of criticism. People will say, oh, why are you doing this? these people don't care about you. Don't kill yourself over a 9 to 5. I'm not doing it for my boss or the entrepreneurs to like me. I'm doing it for myself because I know at the end of the day, I want to actually have my own business. And if I'm not able to practice all days or learn all days from the beginning of my age, how do I practice it when I own it? Because oftentimes the people who get successful with whatever they're doing is because they love what they're doing. So you gotta love it. And sometimes they say, I'm gonna put this here over here. Life is short. Matter of fact, life is short. I know most of you probably have heard it saying life is short. Life is short in the sense that you want to live every moment of your life to the fullest. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about having fun, partying, and wasting your life. That is what I say, wasting life. Life is short in the meaning that every time counts. Especially when you get to like your mid-20s, late 20s, every time counts. Because the energy that you have in your 20s is never going to be the same you have in your 30s. And the energy you have in your 30s will never be the same you have in your 40s. So life is short. You want to make use of every time you got. Because time is one thing that is so precious that we can't get it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. So you want to actually live your life to the fullest. Have no fear of nothing. The only person you should fear is God. And once you can and the Bible actually says the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. The only person I recommend you fear is God. And once you can fear him and obey him, trust me, every other thing you see around you, they are just illusion to keep you in fear. Life is short. You should want to live your life to the fullest. I'm just going to end up. I hope this video is able to make you awake that whatever you do in life, you should always do it because you love it. Not because you want your girlfriend, not because your wife, not because you want society to clap for you or anything. Because if you're actually doing it for those people, for that cause, that is how you're going to be left behind. That is how you're actually going to chase everything. But at the end of the day, you end up not actually finding yourself.